Hi guys, welcome back to another night at the shop. There's the panel, all primed. I was going to cut and butt it in, but I was thinking about it. That works really good. If you're really careful with the cutoff wheel. The problem is, if you mess up at all, you want a little gap between your panels because you need the weld to come in there. But if you mess up at all, your gap goes from a little gap to 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch gap. You just kind of move it all. So I think I'm going to try and fit that onto it, draw a line. That way I can cut off along the line and make that fit the opening. Cut that, make it all fit together, and then weld it together. I think that's where I ran into trouble in that front, is when I was cutting across, I was messing up a little bit and coming up, which opens it up from just a little gap to a 1/4 inch gap, and then when you try and fill that, you blow all the metal out. So, I'm going to try to do this a little different. I'm going to try and draw the lines on the body and the panel and make it fit and then weld it together. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. So yeah. Welding tips came in. But that's what I run. Old 35 wire. It's probably too big, but that's what I've had in here, and that's what I'm still running, so I got tips for it. But they're tapered. I didn't even know that tips came in different. I just seen there were the old 35s and ordered 25 of them. So these are tapered. I don't know what that's going to do. I have no idea. So, try and figure that out. So I guess I got to... What do I got to do? Oh! I got that bent over. When I put it together, I got to spot weld that and that. Make sure that's nice and flat with the tunnel. And then fit this in, which fits pretty nice. So make sure that it's all where it's supposed to be, and draw lines. The panel's 3/4 of an inch bigger than the opening, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna draw lines across and make it fit. Oh man, put my spot weld holes in that bottom lip. And I gotta make sure that it's above that. That's the running board hole. Running board hole, running board hole. I've got to run a tap to those before I can try and attach the running board. This is all dirt and dust. So yeah, that's what I gotta do. So let's see what I can get done. Alrighty guys. Okay, I'm going to try and do this. It's about 1.5 inches up from that bottom lip to the bottom edge. The original panel was just underneath this. And it's about 1.5 inches from here to here. So, it's not looking too bad. I don't know if I can do this because I'm holding a freaking camera. If I put my knee against it, that's fitting pretty good. And then get my hand inside here and push it out. That's not too bad. So, let's see if I can, sorry. Let's see if I can do this without messing up. I still gotta do those spot welds down on that piece and get her all flat. But I think that's sitting pretty freaking close. I might just freaking draw a line, weld them 2 spot welds, grind it down, put it back in, make sure it all lines up, and then chop her up. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, I have my 1.5 inches between the heater tunnel lip and the bottom lip, and I drew a line all the way around the patch. Held it back into the car to get it as close as I could. I take it back apart, weld that little flap on the heater tunnel, grind it down, and see if it still fits. Well, she's getting close. I flipped over to the flapper disc. Of course, somebody come right by right now, because it's getting close. I got a little more trimming to do, and some cleanup to do, but she's getting there. Well, I've been slowly sneaking up on it. She's close, really getting close. I'm not bad, Chad. I don't just chop and weld the shit out of it. I gotta think about what I'm doing. So yeah, she's really getting close. So anyways, I'll keep working on her, and then I gotta clean it up behind and prep it. But man, that's almost ready to go in. I kind of did notch around there because that was still good metal, and that angle was factory. The bottom was gone, so I used this. And then now I just got to make sure I keep the right contour. Hate to get her to dip in and have to put a 1/2 inch of Bondo. Well, it ain't gonna happen, but that's what you gotta watch out for. Gotta keep her so she's slanting the right way, so when you finish it off, you're good to go. I'm not really worried about back there. I'm more worried about the face. Get this all locked into place, contoured right, and then I'll make this all work. I'm just making sure that this corner is up all the way, and making sure that corner is just below the door. That way I got my 1.5 inch of gap between here and here. So I'll keep working on it. Alrighty. I think I got it trimmed up to where it fits. Put the wire wheel on the grinder and cleaned up. Little sandpaper, little scrubby. I don't know. Oh, there we go. And a little weld tube primer. So, get the panel on here. I started the grind down that. That's not a hole, it's asphalt. It just needs the welds knocked back down. So yeah. At least it's Friday. I don't have to worry about loading a video up. Yeah, I usually have to load a video up this time of night. Put all the pieces together and then download it into YouTube and then have it waiting for me in the morning next day to download it. So at least I don't have to worry about that tonight. I can do it tomorrow. Alrighty guys, that's where I got last night. Starting to run up the pillar. Looks like she's in a little bit right there. I gotta try and I'm gonna grind this down and try and knock that out a little bit. I've got, what do I have back there? I got a hammer back there. I was putting hammers and pry bars and whatever I could to keep that panel out. Because it does want to dip in. But I got that locked in. And that all fits. So I just got to make sure I keep this out. Kind of hard to tell with the weld on there and with this sitting out, so actually don't, when that kind of gets stuck there, it don't feel too bad. Maybe in just a little bit. So I'll grind that flat, and I think right there needs to come out a little bit. Hard to tell. I'll get the welds knocked down so I can feel it right. Yeah. This side's almost freaking patched back together. If I can do that right, it'll be good. But I got to go do a 4-wheel brake job on Kylie's car, so that'll probably be the end of this video, and I'll start working on tomorrow's video after I get the brake job done. Which means I'll try and get that all welded in. We'll see. Alrighty guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow.